This is KNS News with Kyleigh, Nico, and Stephanie covering the Cold War.
Hi, I'm Nico Suave, here with the Korean War of South anti-communism and the North of communism, Soviet Union. At the point of July 27, 1953, right now there's a peace treaty being signed between the north side and the south side of Korea. Starting off in May 1945, a spot known as the 38th parallel after World War II, the two decided to split up during a treaty. Also, in March 1947, North Korea attacked South Korea with permission of the Soviet Union without the government of the U.S. knowing. Also, on October 1950, China joins the war with North Korea to push back South Korea to Seoul to take over the capital. They obviously have achieved that, and now we are here at July 1953, July 27th, with North Korea and South Korea signing an agreement to neutralize the zone called the demilitarization zone to separate the countries.
On September 20th of 1950, a U.S. Marine at the right orders captured North Koreans to keep their hands up.
And now back to Kyleigh with the Berlin blockade and aircraft.
Hi, I'm Kyleigh, and I'm here today to discuss the results of the Berlin blockade and aircraft that occurred just last year during the Cold War in 1948. In relation to the Cold War, the Berlin blockade is one of the first major international crises of the war. The reason behind it was to force the Western Allied powers, specifically the United States, the United Kingdom, and France, to abandon their post-World War II jurisdictions in West Berlin. However, on May 12, 1949, an early crisis of the Cold War comes to an end when the Soviet Union lifts its 11-month blockade against West Berlin. The blockade had been broken by a massive U.S.-British airlift or vital supplies to West Berlin's 2 million citizens. The Berlin aircraft was when the United States and the United Kingdom responded by airlifting food and fuel to Berlin from Allied air bases in Western Germany. The crisis ended on May 12, 1949, when Soviet forces lifted the blockade on land access to West Berlin. And now back to Stephanie reporting live from Sputnik 1.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Hall reporting live from Gagarin Star, where the Russian Sputnik 1 was launched 4 months ago from this very location. On this day, the Sputnik 1's orbit has completely deteriorated and the spacecraft is burning up in the atmosphere. Sputnik 1 is the world's first artificial satellite, weighing 183.9 pounds with a diameter of 58 centimeters. In just 90 minutes, the satellite can complete an orbit around the Earth on its elliptical path. As a result of the successful launch of Sputnik 1, United States policymakers have accelerated space and weapons programs with the hopes of being able to send their own satellite into space. Sputnik 1 has sparked what has been widely nicknamed the space race, the competition between the USSR and the United States regarding achievements in the field of space. American sources report that the Explorer 1, the first United States satellite, is planned to be launched by the end of January. And now let's throw it back to Nico reporting on the Vietnam War.
Hi, I'm Nico Suave, back again with the Vietnam War. Another major war that is occurring is in the Vietnam, also known as the Second Indochina War. It was the second war fought by the North and South Vietnam. North Vietnam was supported by the Soviet Union, and South Vietnam is supported by the U.S., Australia, and South Korea. On November 5th, 1968, Nixon is elected president of the United States and was promising to end the war in Vietnam. Also, in January 27, 1973, a ceasefire agreement is reached between the U.S. and North Vietnam. U.S. soldiers start to return home. On March 29, 1973, the last combat troops leave to the U.S. to see their families. And now, on March 29th, here in 1973, here in the U.S., under pressure of Bill Clinton, has to have the treaty between North and South Korea and normalizes the relationships with Vietnam.
A South Vietnamese reconnaissance unit walks hip-deep in water as a U.S. helicopter skims the area near them.
Hi, I'm Kyleigh, here today with the refugee Fabio, here to discuss his journey over the Berlin Wall. How do you feel?
I feel great, free, escaped.
Hi, I'm Kyleigh, back again to discuss the Berlin Wall. Recently, the Berlin Wall was constructed by the German Democratic Republic on August 13th of 1961. The wall cuts off West Berlin from all of the surrounding East Germany and East Berlin to try to prevent immigration. The Berlin Wall came to symbolize the Cold War's division of East from West Germany and of Eastern from Western Europe. About 5,000 East Germans managed to cross the Berlin Wall and reach West Berlin safely, while another 5,000 were captured by East German authorities in an attempt, and 191 more were killed during the actual crossing of the wall. Once completed, the wall followed a 96-mile zigzag path, but only 27 miles of the wall divided East and West Berlin. The rest of the barrier separated West Berlin from the surrounding East German countryside. Many Americans believe that Ronald Reagan's June 1987 speech in Berlin contributed to the fall of the Berlin Wall. Mr. Gorbachev tear down this wall led to the wall's fall in 1989, sadly just a few days ago.
On June 12th of 1987, Ronald Reagan gives his infamous Berlin Wall speech, demanding that the wall be torn down. Just 2 years ago, in 1959, a young Cuban nationalist named Fidel Castro drove his guerrilla army into Havana and overthrew General Fulgencio Batista, the nation's American-backed president. For the next 2 years, officials at the U.S. State Department and the Central Intelligence Agency attempted to push Castro from power. Finally, this month, in April of 1961, the CIA launched what its leaders believed would be the definitive strike, a full-scale invasion of Cuba by 1,500 American-trained Cubans who had fled their homes when Castro took over. The plan was to destroy as many of Castro's combat aircraft as possible so that when the brigade invades the beach, any remaining combat planes in Castro's fleet that weren't taken out during Phase 1, and finally the invasion. The brigade would invade Cuba by sea and air. However, the invasion did not go well. The invaders were badly outnumbered by Castro's troops, and they surrendered after less than 24 hours of fighting. This has been KNS News with Kyleigh, Nico, and Stephanie. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.